Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome to another, yeah, I know, two back to back first flights. This one looks a little sketchy. All the ripples here, I'm sure that's supposed to be there, but I don't know. The F-22. We're going to hopefully do better than we did with the F-4 Corsair. Got full vectored thrust. Looks like it's working. All the flight controls are working. We got flaps on. The aircraft looks pretty good. And of course, the cockpit's going to be pretty much a guess because, well, 90% of it's still classified. Not big on the graphics. They look a little scuffed up, scratched up, and kind of out of place. But hey, so I'm not here to look at it. I'm here to fly it. So let's jump into the cockpit and see how bad of a job I can do. Okay. Oh, we got a lot of buttons. We're going to ignore them all. And we're just going to fly. We're just going to shut the brake off. Don't even have to search for it. I got it on button switch now. Damn it. Let's take a look. These are engines. Okay. Run and stop on each engine. Throttles. We got split throttles now. Yep. Okay, we're good there. All the lights are on. There's the strobes on. It's daytime. They don't have taxi lights. Recognition lights. There we go. Well, everything looks like it works except for the brakes. When you hit the brakes, the toes don't tip. Okay. The cockpit looks surprisingly non-existent. First, I thought it wasn't down. That's okay. We're going to give her a run through here. And we're going to go try to stall it and all the fun stuff. Let's see how we do. See if we can even get off on this little runway here. Should be able to. Whoop. There she goes. Get the gear up. Flaps up. I'll say I like the visibility. It's probably really good in VR. I'll check that out later today. Afterburn active. I didn't think this thing had burners. I thought it super cruised without them. Take our usual route. Rip around here. Oh yeah, this thing screams. Oh, shut up. No, I'm not going to pull up. I'm going farther down. You're going to have to find a way to rip that voice out. I don't like that. I don't want that in my thing. There's got to be a way to rip her throat right clean out. We don't want to listen to that no more. Because where I fly, that's going to be a constant thing. Absolutely beautiful day today in real life here too. So I go down and buzz my house as long as I'm here. Or no, wait, I'm way past my house. Never mind. I lost track of where I was. It was going so quick. There's the airport over there. I'll get some altitude underneath us and see how hard it is to even stall this beast. All right, 8, 9, 10,000 feet. It climbs nice. Certainly climbs nice. Let's get her leveled off. Chop the engines. Throw out the dive brakes. The nose up just a hair. See if we can't get her to stall. Speed's coming off. There's the airport off to the left. The vector thrust is actually, I think, helping to keep it in the air. Come on, you're going to want to fall. I'm going to have to hit the brakes just to get it to fall out of the sky. It's going to fall nose first. Yeah, it probably should do this wing design. Yeah, it's just going to drop the nose. Going to not drop the nose and recover on its own. Yep, speed comes up. Okay, so she's pretty stable bird. Ooh, that looks like from outside. It's loud from the outside. Very, very loud. I gotta shut my headphones down. Oh my God, that was loud in my ears. Not the greatest pressure waves. I hope I just have something loaded wrong and that's just. Or is this just the way this jet is? It's not really well detailed. There's an aircraft up there. Who's out there? Anybody? No. Alright, let's slow her down. Get back inside. Try to land this bird. See how it does. We're definitely so far doing much better than the F-4U Corsair. Yeah, that didn't go well. But it's part of the fun. Where's my speed on this thing? There it is, 205. Give it just a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh. Dive brakes on full, that's why it wasn't accelerating. Pop. Let's get the gear out. Get the brakes on. Oh, does this thing have auto flaps? Yes, it does. Okay. You got 35 degrees of flaps. Kill the engines. Yeah, we're gonna go around. Maybe not. Maybe we can save this. Still way too fast and way too high. Not paying attention to stuff. But this is a long runway. Is going to be a horrible landing, so we will, after we land, we'll go try to give it a go again. We'll go taxi around, brakes out, flaps up, and we'll just take a shortcut here and taxi back to the end of the runway. That was a terrible landing, but it was a landing. You know, might do some train sim later. I played for like almost an hour today, and then blew a stopped too late and blew a signal, and so we'll get her turned around here in a second. Go back in the air, play around with the flight control, see if we can do some loops and some rolls, and see how she does, and hopefully come in for a much smoother, nicer landing. I have to say the quality's not the greatest on this one, but it's functional. It's quick. So I'm game to play it. I do want to jump in this later in VR to see how it does. Alright, let's get around here. Get in the air again. Does turn quick on the ground. I probably should have waited till I was straight before full burn, but that's okay. I don't know what the rotation is on this thing. Gear up. Well, that's quick. How quick to go over the top. With the vector thrust, it should rip right around. It took a lot longer to go over the top than I thought it would. Vertical, I know I'm going pretty good clip, but the vertical seems to be terrible for vectored thrust. Seems to be way off. But first of all, it doesn't look like the elevators are moving nearly enough. I don't know. Does nice barrel rolls. Got crappy wing graphics. I don't know. Crappy graphics on the plane. Those crappy smoke trails. Does it do it when you go to Mach? Well, that wasn't the best smoke trail I've seen yet. No sonic boom when you go from front to back. I don't know. It is what it is. See, these really aren't reviews. They're just first flights. See what they'll do. Swing out over the city of Burlington. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I didn't expect that. It's supposed to look out the side window. Do that. Should I do it this way? Well, we'll get it all. Play with all the buttons another day. Looks like most of it's clickable. Like I said, they wouldn't have a clue what's actually in these things anyways, because it's all classified, but it's got full autopilot here. Tells me it's not available. Okay. I can't shut the vector thrust off or on, whichever the case may be. Oh, I don't like that. That looks down. I want to look out the side so I can see the airport. What do we got for... That's engine. Where's fuel? Fuel flow. Yeah, she drinks a little bit. Looks like it automatically pulls out of each side. Okay, well, we'll take her in for one last landing, and that's the first look. We definitely did better than we did with the F4U, but I think I like the F4U Corsair much better. I have to say, I think that was definitely it's a much better aircraft as far as how it's built. See if we can't do a much cleaner, nicer landing this time around instead of diving for the runway. Line up much farther out. Put that little reticle on the end of the runway. The landing zone where we want to land. Speed to come off a little bit so we can get the gear down, the flaps down. I think we can let the brakes off a little bit because we don't want to go too slow. Don't want to fall out of the sky. A little off center, but that's my fault. It's not the jet, it's my flying. Oh, a little bounce. Oh, it was a better landing, but wasn't great. I'm gonna miss that one. Ooh. I'll get over to it. Oh, a fun aircraft to fly. We'll try flying down low and fast. See how it does. I'm not super impressed with the graphics of it, but it'll work for what it is. And another good reason I bought it is so many of my friends that fly with me have it and like to fly with it, so I will be able to see what they're up to. I'll actually see them in the aircraft they're in. So even if I don't use it, it was worth it. I know I'll use the F4U as soon as I figure out how to keep the engine running without killing it. I'm going to run through the checklist and try to figure out how to do that thing properly. We'll get her parked here and call it a day. Makes you wonder if this was still an air base, if we'd have had some F-22s here. Oh well, on that note, it's not a terrible machine. It's kind of fun to fly, a little easier to fly than the F4 from last night. Graphics iffy, but it's fun. I'll use it at least 1 or 2 more times. Sure, I'll get in and harass some people with it, but on that note, I'm going to call that a day, call that a first flight, and punch out of here. Thanks everybody for stopping by, and until the next one,